Hello again, it's Catherine Joy from thecatherinejoy.com, and today I'm going to be sharing my simple system for deep cleaning my entire house with you. So until I came up with a system for deep cleaning my entire house, I was an urge deep cleaner. So like with the springtime urge, I was like, okay, I'm gonna clean out my house and declutter. Or in my last trimester, which I'm actually in right now, I was like, I'm going to clean my house and get it ready for the baby. Or guests are coming over, oh my goodness, all of a sudden I'm seeing all these problems with my house that usually go unnoticed. The problem with just cleaning whenever you feel the urge is sometimes there's really long periods of time where I don't feel any urge to deep clean at all. And that's why my ceiling fans were not dusted for over a year until I added this simple system into my life. Because we tend to like to deep clean the same areas over and over and over too, and we don't notice areas that have been sitting there for a long time needing some serious attention. So the first Saturday of every single month is when I deep clean my entire house. If you have a really big house, you might want to split this up into maybe doing the upstairs one month and the downstairs one month. But the cool thing about doing this every single month is that the deep cleaning gets easier and easier and faster and faster. So don't worry if your first time it takes forever to clean your house, because it gets easier and easier. So I'm going to share 4 tips that I use for deep cleaning my entire house with you before we get started. The first Saturday is the only project day in our house. So this is awesome if your husband isn't a project guy, or if you have a honey-do list that's 10 miles long. You don't want to have that hanging over your husband's head all the time. So the way to get things done quickly and effectively is to say, hey, Saturdays or Fridays or whatever day it is, I'm gonna be deep cleaning, and ask your husband for his help only on that day. For instance, last month I got my bookcase put together, we worked on a picture frame that I really wanted to work on, and Elisha went and got new tires for the car. He was super happy to do all of these things, and then I'm not going to request anything else from him unless it's like an emergency and the toilet needs to be plunged or something. This is a really great way to get things done in a compact, quick, efficient way, and you don't have to be a nag. So deep cleaning sounds kind of vague, but tip number 2 is what you want to do is basically put on a pair of glasses and see things from your guest's point of view. For instance, our couch had urine and spit up stains from when Leon was an infant for over a year, you guys. And I didn't even notice these stains because you get really used to them. But when you clean your entire house in one full sweep, these things that you've been ignoring really stand out, because all of a sudden your entire house is clean and your couch is spotted with nasty stains. So basically, when you deep clean your whole house, see things from the guest's point of view, and what are they gonna notice that you have gotten really used to. This is my biggest tip ever. Use a list. It is so easy to get sidetracked when you're cleaning the house, cleaning out your closet when that's not what your goal is for the day. Or it's really easy to become overwhelmed and go, I have this entire house to clean, how do I even start? So what I did, there's free printables on my website, thecatherinejoy.com, and you can make your own printables or whatever, okay? This is totally what works for me. But I have a monthly deep cleaning printable that I go through. So there's certain things that I do every time. So when I go to the kitchen, I don't go, what do I do first? I go, okay, I need to wipe down the cupboards and the top of the fridge. Okay, and then I get to check it off. And when I get to check something off, it makes me feel good about myself. So if you're a box checker, then this might be a good system to work for you. It also helps you not forget anything while you're in the groove. You just go ahead and do each one of these things really quickly, and it helps keep you focused when you see how much you have to do, but it also makes the task seem way less overwhelming because there's only like 7 things to do in the kitchen. Okay, a 4th tip is to write down things as you go along. So if you notice, oh, okay, toilet paper needs to be replaced. I have this already with me, so I just jot down on the back, toilet paper needs to be replaced. So this once a month deep cleaning day is basically a day to make sure you are set up for the next month. Okay, you guys, so I am going to now dive into speed cleaning and deep cleaning my entire house with you and show you what I personally do for a little apartment as I go along. The first area that I like to attack on my monthly deep clean is the bathroom, and specifically the tub. As you can see here, ours needs a lot of work. Hey, Leon! I usually start by getting a load of laundry going with our stinky bath rug, and then I like to clear out all of the soaps and shampoos before I get scrubbing. I rinse down the entire shower and start scrubbing away with an SOS pad, which works wonders to get hard water stains off of your bathroom walls. I actually usually spend about an hour scrubbing down my shower, so I'm not going to waste your time showing you all of that. Once I'm done scrubbing and rinsing out the shower, I like to wash off all my shampoos and soaps and then put them back on in. So when cleaning any kind of room, you want to start from the top down. So I always start with my mirrors and windows. I clean the windows and then I get a Q-tip and I clean out the windowsills. Those get so nasty so fast. This is the only time of month where I actually clean my windows and mirrors with chemicals. The rest of the time I use Norwex rags and they do a great job. Then I like to wipe down my counter real quick. I always leave the sink until last though. I go ahead and take off our old hand towel and replace it with a new towel, and then go ahead and scrub down my cupboards. Okay, so I totally missed the target here, but you get the point. I put that stuff in the toilet bowl and then scrub around the toilet bowl. Okay, you see that a little speck there? That's duct tape. We actually duct tape our toilet seat on because it has major troubles, guys. It's time for a new toilet seat. Then I always check the systemization of our drawers and see if I need anything, do I need to restock anything, and just make sure everything is working and organized. It's time for the floors! Sweep, 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 and then after I'm done sweeping, I do a quick mop over the entire surface. Then I go ahead and finally scrub out the sink. Again, I left that till last, and go ahead and replace things like the plunger and the trash can, the rags, and a clean towel. Party dance! We're done with the bathroom! The bathroom's such a big deal, I usually like to take a little breather and go do the bedrooms next. Again, it's important to start from the top of the room and work your way down. I like to keep my bed sheets on until I've dusted the fan so that I can wash them after all the dust has fallen from the room. Again, I dust the whole room before I take off the sheets, and here's a little pregnancy acrobatics for you. Glad we survived. Once all the dusting's done, I attack the mirrors, windows, and windowsills once again. We have this gigantic mirror that I got at a garage sale that's super ugly, but it's awesome because it's huge and it's a great full body mirror. Then I go and I check the systemization of our closets. This closet's just organized so I know where everything is. However, it's not super systematized yet, aside from my underwear drawer. That one stays pretty good. Everything's looking pretty good. Elisha's closet needs some mega help. I'm going to be organizing that this week, but at this point, I'm not doing any deep organizing. I'm just doing cleaning and tidying up. So I'm going to go ahead and just fold the shirts that need to be folded, hang shirts that need to be rehung, and keep his closet looking a little bit tidier. Rome wasn't built in a day, and you don't want to attack every single project in your house. Those are all his shirts that I need to fold. Oops. So I already took off our sheets and washed them a day ago, so I'm actually going to leave those on, and then I'm just going to finish with a quick vacuum over our entire room. While I'm upstairs, I'm just going to attack Leon's room real quick because it's super quick. It's probably the ugliest room in the house, and that's because the little guy doesn't really have a nursery. It's our multi-purpose room where Elisha films Boberg Music Academy videos, and we film a lot of other things. So we have lights and storage and his little pack and play, but it totally works and it gets the job done. So I'm gonna start by just tidying up, picking up lights from a recent film that we did. Okay, these lights, you guys, are so ghetto, but they work. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Leon's toys and put them away. Again, it's a really small room, so it's not hard to get this one tidy. Next, I'm gonna change out Leon's bedding, put his old bedding in the wash, and put on new sheets and give him new fluffy blankets. After everything's off the floor and his sheets are changed, there's really not that much to do aside from vacuum his room. As a side note, I love pack and plays because we travel a lot and it's easy for Leon to go to sleep in other places knowing he's in the comfort of his own bed. And they're super easy to move out of the room if we need to. Finally, I'm going to do a quick check over his closet, and the systemization of his drawers looks pretty good to me. And voila, we are done with upstairs. Okay, so we finally arrived at the kitchen, which is a total biggie. I'm gonna start by taking out the trays of the oven and spraying down my oven. Here's before, here's after. I'm not gonna show you guys the whole time I scrubbed it because that's just depressing. No pregnant women were hurt in the making of this film. Again, I'm gonna start from the top down, scrubbing down the top of the fridge, scrubbing down the tops of the cabinets, and Leon needs some pretzels because he's about as tired of cleaning as I am. Okay, I scrubbed down these blinds forever because I sprayed tuna all over them, you guys. It was a disaster. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down all of the cabinets. Oh, these are flowers that my husband brought me for no reason, just because he loved me. I also wiped down the underbellies of the cabinets. These don't get a lot of attention and they can get kind of nasty. Next, I'm going to take out the stove covers. I burn things and let things spill over all the time. So these always need a good deep cleaning when once a month comes around. I find it's easy to get distracted and overwhelmed in the kitchen, so I constantly refer back to my master cleaning checklist for this part. But you guys totally get the drill. Basically scrub down anything and everything. Now is also a good time to do things like empty that toaster crumb catcher thing. As I work my way from top to bottom in the kitchen, I like to go through and wipe out every drawer. Crumbs and food easily collect in here. It also just gives me a chance to look over the organization of the drawers and make sure that everything is staying systematized. Again, my goal is just to look at my house through the eyes of someone else coming to my house, so that means all the spills and stuff on the cupboards that I usually don't notice, I'm gonna go ahead and attack now. Don't forget about a quick scrub-a-dub underneath your sink. And then guys, the floors are all we have left. Woohoo! Floors are pretty self-explanatory, so I just sweep, do a quick mop, and then I head to the living room. So before I make it to my living room, I actually deep clean the downstairs bathroom and the laundry room, but I'm not going to show you those right now. I save my living room for the very last because stuff tends to collect there as I'm going throughout my day, and I really want my living room to be clean at nighttime when I'm done cleaning the whole house. If I start in the morning, Leon gets stuff out, Elisha gets stuff out, and it makes me feel like I didn't end up deep cleaning my house at all. So I like to leave those common spaces that everybody is using until very last. As always, I start from the top and work my way down. Deep cleaning the living room is actually pretty easy too because it's just a lot of dusting. I make sure I check under my couches. A LaCroix can, how long has that been under there? The floors are also pretty self-explanatory with a quick sweep, a quick mop, and a quick vacuum. If this video was helpful for you, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe or hit that notification bell. And if you're going to be cleaning with me this Saturday, write a comment down below and let me know because it's fun to have other people that are cleaning with you, even if you can't see them.